Guys, I'm here at UN. That's a brand that's near and dear to my heart for many, many reasons, because it goes back to the start of my career almost 22 years ago now, I guess. I keep changing the number. It keeps going up every year. It kind of sucks. I call him Matthieu. It's actually Matthieu. Just down with him and get the latest update of what's going on with Ulysse Nardin, what the future holds, and what we're going to see this and next year. I finally see a brand that's so near and dear to my heart back in the spotlight, back where it's supposed to be. I don't think you have a long ways to go anymore. I think you finally have gotten back to where it was in a very short amount of time since you've taken over, and it's extremely impressive. And I just wanted to see where we're going in the future with all this.
You know that we are, again, independent. So, I mean, the company was founded in 1846 and it's been independent except from 2014 to 2022 when Kering bought and resold to us the company a couple of years ago. So, and being independent means that we want to be much more approachable for the final consumer, for the collectors. You know, what you've seen over the past years is we've been focusing a lot on the Freak, because Freak is to me the quintessence of what Ulysse Nardin is all about. You know, our pioneering, leading spirit, creative spirit, and literally you had new collectors coming to us because we were independent again.
But you also had a lot of old collectors that got excited, you know, and I was one of those guys, as I said. When you love something and you see it going down for reasons that you actually probably know why, i.e. the people that ran the brand, and you know, your heart starts to hurt a little bit. Like, how? Is there any plans for you to continue sticking to your roots? What about your ties to marine theme things and things of that nature? Is that coming back?
Look, the most important collection after the Freak, beside the Freak, it's marine. This is where we're coming from, and
I have an old marine chronometer from Ulysse Nardin sitting in my office.
So you know what?
It's older than both of us. Go ahead. Sorry.
Clearly, it's in the pipe. So you can expect, you know, newness on the marine as of hopefully as of next year. You know, if we are pleased, and I'm happy with the prototype that I will be receiving soon. But the idea really is to bring back the marine. It is you know, the essence, is the heritage. I think, you know, going back on the Freak is you can't ride too many horses at the same time. Another thing, something that I learned over the years is if you want to be successful, especially in the luxury industry, especially in the watchmaking industry, you have to be consistent in the time, doing the right things for a long period of time. When I arrived in the company 7 years ago, the company was not in great shape. So too much point of sale, value retention was not great. Product, I must say that, you know, it was a tough one. So a lot of things have changed since, but therefore you have to consolidate things. And again, it's a good 10 years if you want to really revamp a beautiful brand of doing the right thing. So you know what we've been doing. We've been, you know, cleaning the market. We've been improved also on the value retention. We are much more condensed. We've been focusing on the Freak to at least people to imprint UN with something. Now it's going to be the time to keep talking about the Freak, but to leave space for the other collection. So marine, definitely.
Are we going to be seeing high horology?
Absolutely. I think horology, it's definitely a focus. Marine is a focus. We want also to keep innovating through the materials. That's something might be more longer term, but we want to see if there is other application of the silicone. Ideally, you know, we want to try to reduce the size. So we are currently evaluating with the current movement we have, can we reduce the size of a Freak S by 1 millimeter? Can we reduce the size of a Freak 1 by another millimeter? Can we reduce the marine? If we remember the marine, it's currently 42.5. We definitely mainly make watches for men because of the size, because of the designs. But I also want, you know, women to be able to wear a Freak. And therefore, thinking about that, but I don't want to just make it smaller and put diamonds, right? I just want to have the real deal, a beautiful Freak that can be worn by men and women.
I'm personally jonesing for something new and exciting as I've seen it with the Freaks, obviously in the marine line. It's near and dear to my heart. Perfect daily watch for me. What do you got?
I can't share too much now, but we're gonna launch something big.
I'm definitely excited. As long as you tell me there's something in the pipeline, I'm excited and I can't wait to see it.
So we're unveiling this week in Geneva the second edition of the most complicated Freak currently in the collection. It's called the Freak S. What we wanted to do with the Freak S Nomad, with a kind of desert theme, sandy color scheme, is we wanted to merge the most complicated movement we have currently in the collection, which is the Freak S movement. What you believe is a dial is not. It's a piece of the movement. It's the plate on which that indicate the hours. Many watch brands are talking about tradition, innovation, that kind of thing. That for me, it is the epitome of tradition and innovation. You know, it's high tech and low tech at the same time, right?
And exactly what you mean.
The case itself, actually, the way I like to see for the watch is on this side. I absolutely love the shape. Similar to cars, you know, I think I like the sides of the car more than the front of the back. And I like to see it this way also for the Freak S. So it's a combination of titanium, carbon and gold, and a titanium with a DLC in matte gray. Then you've got the movement itself, which is, it looks like a drone, like a spaceship. It was clearly the design inspiration. And what we wanted to do is, we knew that brands like François-Paul Journe, for instance, or Armin Strom, was kind of pioneering the use of two escapements in a watch. You know, they call it at resonance. Mm-hmm. But those watches are manual wind, because it requires, you know, a lot of energy to power it. And we wanted to test our grinder, not the grinder, the other one.
That grinder,
which is the patented automatic system of Ulysse Nardin that we patented in 2017 in our InnoVision 2, a concept watch, which is the most effective automatic winding system in the industry.
This is absolutely amazing. You have a company with hundreds of years of history, with a lot of heritage, with a lot of innovation under their belt, but yet operating as a true independent watchmaker. It's usually defined by companies that are around 20 years old or under. We're seeing innovation, but we're seeing it to the next level because this is Ulysse Nardin. And the company is already in a very good place, and it has a much, much brighter future that I have seen before you took the helm. So I'm extremely happy that you are here. It's that transparency, it's that personal experience. You go to an independent watchmaker today, you get to meet the people that are at the helm, you get to meet the people that are responsible for creating these wonderful timepieces, and you get to be fully open. You don't have to stand in line like some of these other brands and wait to get in and to look at a few watches behind the glass. It's personal, it's up close, and I love that you did that, and I think that's gonna speak a long way with the consumer, especially considering the product that you're making. I don't know what they call this in French, but in America, we hold this a home run. That's what we call it. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you showing me this watch. I appreciate the hospitality. We're gonna walk around, look at the booths, and an incredible booth, by the way.